The Kumeyaay, also known as Tipai-Ipai, Kamia, or formerly Diegueño, are Native American people of the extreme southwestern United States and northwest Mexico. They live in the states of California in the US and Baja California in Mexico. In Spanish, the name is commonly spelled Kumiai. Subgroups. The Kumeyaay consist of two related groups, the Ipai and Tipai. The two coastal groups' traditional homelands were approximately separated by the San Diego River, the northern Ipai and the southern Tipai. Language, nomenclature and tribal distinctions are not widely agreed upon. The general scholarly consensus recognizes three separate languages: Ipai, Kumeyaay proper, and Tipai in northern Baja California. However, this notion is not supported by speakers of the language who contend that within the territory, all Kumeyaay can understand and speak to each other, at least after a brief acclimatization period. All three languages belong to the Delta California branch of the human family, to which several other linguistically distinct but related groups also belong, including the Cocopa, Quechan, Paipai, and Killua. The term Kumeyaay means those who face the water from a cliff. Both Ipai and Tipai mean people. Quote, some Kumeyaay in the southern areas also refer to themselves as Matipi, which means people of the earth. History. Evidence of settlement in what is today considered Kumeyaay territory may go back 12,000 years. 7000 BCE marked the emergence of two cultural traditions, the California coast and valley tradition and the desert tradition. The Kumeyaay had land extending from the Pacific Ocean to present Ensenada, Mexico, and then on east to the Colorado River and north to what is known as Oceanside. The Cuyamaca complex, a late Holocene complex in San Diego County, is related to the Kumeyaay peoples. The Kumeyaay tribe also used to inhabit what is now a popular state park, known as Torrey Pines State Natural Reserve. One view holds that prehistoric Tipai-Ipai emerged around 1000 CE. However, others believe Kumeyaay peoples have lived in San Diego for 12,000 years. At the time of European contact, Kumeyaay comprised several autonomous bands with 30 patrilineal clans. Spaniards entered Tipai-Ipai territory in the late 18th century, bringing with them non-native, invasive flora and domestic animals, which brought about degradation to local ecology. Under the Spanish mission system, bands living near Mission San Diego de Alcala, established in 1769, were called Diegueños. After Mexico took over the lands from Spain, they secularized the missions in 1834, and Ipai and Tipais lost the lands. Essentially, band members became serfs. From 1870 to 1910, American settlers seized lands, including arable and native gathering lands. In 1875, President Ulysses Grant created reservations in the area, and additional lands were placed under trust paten stati after the passage of the 1891 Act for the Relief of Mission Indians. The reservations tended to be small and lacked adequate water supplies. Kumeyaay people supported themselves by farming and agricultural wage labor. However, a 20-year drought in the mid-20th century crippled the region's dry farming economy. For the common welfare, several reservations formed the non-profit Kumeyaay Inc. Education. The Kumeyaay Community College serves the Kumeyaay Diegueño Nation and was created by the Siquan Band to support cultural identity, sovereignty, and self-determination while meeting the needs of native and non-native students. The main focus of this college is on Kumeyaay language, Kumeyaay philosophy, and Kumeyaay arts. KCC primarily serves on resources from the 13 reservations reservations of the Kumeyaay Nation. Population estimates for the pre-contact populations of most native groups in California have varied substantially. Alfred L. Kroeber proposed that the population of the Kumeyaay in 1770, exclusive of those in Baja California, had been about 3,000. Catherine Luamala suggested that the region could have supported 6,000–9,000 Kumeyaay. Florence C. Shipek went much further, estimating 16,000–19,000 inhabitants. In the late 18th century, Kumeyaay population was between 3,000 and 9,000. In 1828–1711 Kumeyaay were recorded by the missions. The 1860 federal census recorded 1,571 Kumeyaay living in 24 villages. In 1900, an estimated 1,200 Kumeyaay lived on reservation lands, while 2,000 lived elsewhere. The Bureau of Indian Affairs recorded 1,322 Kumeyaay in 1968, with 435 living on reservations. Tribes and reservations. The Kumeyaay live on 13 reservations in San Diego County, California in the United States and are enrolled in the following federally recognized tribes: Campo Band of Diegueño Mission Indians of the Campo Indian Reservation, Capitan Grande Band of Diegueño Mission Indians of California, Barona Group of Capitan Grande Band of Mission Indians of the Barona Reservation, Viejas Group of Capitan Grande Band of Mission Indians of the Viejas Reservation, Tipai-Ipai Band of Kumeyaay Indians, Anaja Band of Diegueño Mission Indians of the Anaja and Cosmit Reservation, Jamal Indian Village of California, La Posta Band of Diegueño Mission Indians of the La Posta Indian Reservation, Manzanita Band of Diegueño Mission Indians of the Manzanita Reservation, Mesa Grande Band of Diegueño Mission Indians of the Mesa Grande Reservation, San Pascual Band of Diegueño Mission Indians of California, Tipai-Ipai Nation of Santa Isabel, Siquan Band of the Kumeyaay Nation. They live on 5 communities in Baja California, including